Bien.
Entendido. Sí.
Okay, vamos.
Vamos.
Bienvenidos a Line to Mastery. Man, it's such an honor to have you here, David. And for those listening right now, you're in the Canary Islands of Spain. I'm over here in Arizona of the United States. There's like a 8-hour time difference between the two of us. And yeah, it's just so cool that we have the capabilities to record a conversation and drop in, even though you're so far away and I'm so far away. So welcome.
Thank you very much. Yeah, man, thank you. It's amazing that you made it possible, because for me it's super hard always to think about the times and everything. So thank you very much for taking care of that. And yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. So I want to, before we drop into your story, I just want to say, like, out of all the freestyle highliners that I've seen content from and met, like, your style inspires me the most. It just has the most like swag and steez, and it's so playful, and you can see that there's like other elements of things that you've learned in your life that you've applied to the highline, especially like this specific form of highlining with the freestyle. And yeah, just so much appreciation for you, dude, because like what you're able to do on the line inspires me to create my own style and pick up some of the pieces of yours and make it my own. So thank you, man.
That's it, man. Like what you say is how it's done. You take pieces of what you like and you put it all together, put a piece of yourself, and then you make your own style. And that's amazing that you like it. Thank you very much. It's an honor to inspire people. I started doing this because I was bored, and then sadly I'm inspiring people to do it. So yeah, I don't know. It's really amazing, man. And I hope I can do it for a bit longer.
Yeah, I feel like we will, man. You look at some of the people that are doing this sport at the highest level, and they're like in their mid 30s or like early 30s. And I just feel like with how gentle the sport can be, with regards to like highline freestyle as opposed to trick line, like highline freestyle is way more gentle on the body, way more forgiving. And because of that, I feel like we will be able to do this at a fairly high level into our 40s at least. And then you think about the highline, and like that's super gentle. If you know how to walk along highline, I'd see us being able to do that well into like our 80s at least.
I wonder how old like can I go till I cannot do a Yoda roll anymore? Like I feel like maybe when I'm 70, I'm still able to do like if I practice every day, I'm sure when I'm 70, I could do a Yoda roll. And I was talking to Basti the other day, like who'd go longest, like with trying to do a Yoda roll with 90-year-olds or something like this. Just like if you perfection the tricks, it's not hard anymore, and then your body can do it, even though you're an old person. You can see that in surfing, the really, really good surfers, they are super old, they still surf super good because they know how to do it without messing up. And then if you don't fall, you're good.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's just like being able to do the skill and the technique at the point where it's just natural, and like you're not falling. And it seems from what I've seen, as far as like you, Basti, Justin, Ian, Davis, like y'all are able to hit your Yoda rolls pretty consistently. I would say maybe at the point of like now 90% of the time. And almighties, it seems like, I mean, of course, Instagram is its own thing, and for the most part, you're just sharing highlights, but it seems like you're really consistent and dialed in with your almighties.
Yeah, the front almighty is, I can do it pretty often, like 8 of 10 if I didn't warm up. And if I warm up, I can do 10 of 10, probably. Not every time, but if I go like this, I'm sure I can do 10 in a row. And I don't know, the best person doing this is Basti. Man, he's a machine. He can do so many Yoda rolls, but because he trains in this way, like Ian train just one trick, okay, pops to another trick, another trick, another trick, and then Basti trains like, okay, I learned the trick, now I'm gonna do it 30 times. Okay, now I'm gonna do it 20 times in combo. Now I'm gonna do it front to back. Now I'm gonna do 10 times front to back. You know, like he works a lot on the tricks, and you can see it. Like the other day, I was watching him, and then he was gonna fall, foop, back almighty, back on the feet, oh, gonna fall again, boom, Yoda, and it's just another level, you know, like you do a catch, back almighty, and it's like, okay. So at the end, when you do it so many times, you can do it like when you're falling, you can do a Yoda roll and stay on your feet. And this is amazing to save combos. When you're fucked, oh no, Yoda roll, and you save the line.
I know, it's so cool. Like once you get some of these high level tricks down, they're actually just ways in which you can catch yourself and make it look like Buzz Lightyear said, falling with style.
Yeah.
So I want to use this conversation, this opportunity to share a bit of your story, personally, so I can get to know you better, but as well as like everyone else that gets to listen to this conversation, they get to know you better as well, because I think a lot of people are just familiar with like some of the stuff that you shared on Instagram and YouTube, and you don't get to like fully hear someone's story over that type of platform. So yeah, my question is just, what's your story?
Well, I was born in Sevilla, which is south Spain, and I lived there for till I was 18, and then when I could leave, I left. And pretty much I was surfing a lot, so I decided to go surfing to South America, and then I was traveling for South America for some time, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, and then just surfing a lot all day, non-stop. Just nothing else mattered to me at that time. Just like if I can catch some waves, I'm good, you know. That's the only thing I wanted to do. So then I became surf instructor and started giving lessons in here in Canary Island. I came back from South America, and then yeah, I started giving lessons for some time. That was fun, surfing a lot. Again, went to Latin America a bit more. Again, came so like this, doing like summer season working, winter season going away for some fun and stuff. And then I went to the States, to California, for some time.
Got you.
I don't know if I can say that. So
Yeah, totally.
okay, so yeah, cutting some weed, and yeah, that was fun. It gave me some money so I could go to Mexico, where I could surf more. And after some time, I went back to Canary Island, and I was living there. And I met a girl, and I liked her, so she was doing a slackline. So I was like, okay, I do slackline too. Let's see what is this. And then she introduced me to Highline. And at the beginning, when I tried slackline, I was like, okay, this is shit. Like it's super boring. Between two palm trees, I do 5 steps and it's over. Okay. And then she brought me to the Highline, and I saw myself in the height, and I thought like, okay, this is another tale, my friend. I like this. And then I stood up, fall, and man, since then my life changed a bit. I kept on surfing, but not so often. Start more slacklining. Went to England, do some slackline there, then get my own gear. And I'm super lucky to have my friends here from the Slackline Association, because they have so many gear. Slackline Canarias, and pretty much they sponsored my freestyle camp here. You know, like put all the gear, bolted, help me rigging. Um, then the Highline freestyle competition went on. I went crazy. I won. Whoa, my God. I
This
couldn't
is the
believe it.
pandemic open, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't believe it. And then this year has been crazy, just non-stop tricks, not believing what's going on, and like coming to a point where you just don't get amazed for anything else. You know, you're like so used to everyone landing hard tricks that is like, okay, yeah, yeah, okay. And I don't know, this year has been just crazy. I don't know if I went too far on the story of my life. I wanted to be short, but it's hard.
Yeah, dude, for sure. I mean, like, we're talking about 28 years, right? Wrapped
25.
in 25. Okay, just
But
kidding.
I'm 24. I will be 25 soon.
Okay, cool. So 25 years wrapped into 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Impossible. No way. So when did you start slacklining?
Yeah, it was 4 years ago. 4 years ago is when I met this girl that I told you. Like I saw it before once when I used to live in Portugal for some time. And there's super big cliffs there. And there's a group called Western Riders in Portugal that they've been highlining for so long. Because here in Spain and Portugal is not so old, the sport, you know, like 20 years ago, not so many people was doing highline, almost no one, I think. Like 10 years ago, it was rare to see a highline. Now it's a bit more common, everyone is getting more gear and everything is more accessible, but before it was not so. So yeah, I was living there and I saw a guy crossing 100-meter highline and I was like, what the fuck is this thing? Like, can I get on? And he's like, no. Like, can you slackline? I said, no, I never tried. And he's like, no, man, it's too hard. Okay, okay. And then that's the first time I saw it, and then everything happened. I didn't even try. I just saw it there, 100-meter, and I thought one day I will walk 100-meter.
And now you've definitely walked 100-meter, you know.
I did. Yeah. I said I would retire after walking 100-meter.
How's that going?
Not good.
It's okay. I feel like Justin says he's gonna retire all the time, and I don't know. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
There's just so much to this sport, and it feels like we haven't even touched the ceiling. Like, why stop now?
We just got started, and then it's like, okay, thousands of things to do.
Yeah. So I'm curious, have you seen any like parallels between surfing and slacklining and like highline freestyle?
Yeah, definitely. Like the movements are not so similar because on the surfboard you are moving your body, balancing in 2 feet. That's similar, but like you have to be going up and down the wave. And it's not quite the same when you turn, you know, you don't turn on the line and you don't do these kind of things. But then there's something super similar between freestyling and surfing, that it's when you don't know anything about it and you see someone doing it, you know fast if it's nice or not to your eyes, you know. Like if someone is stylish, even if he's not doing great things, it looks good to the eye, you know, it goes nicely to the eye. And when you see someone surfing and you don't know anything about surfing, but you see him surfing, drawing nice lines, going hitting the top, going down again, making a lot of spray, you know he's good, and you don't know anything. So there's this style thing on surfing that I think applies a lot to highline freestyle. You see some surfers, they do crazy maneuvers, but it's just okay, it's super cool, but it doesn't tell me anything, and you see someone else doing something more simple but with so much style that you like it better, you know. Maybe the other person did something way harder, but at the same time it didn't look so beautiful. So it's not so, it's, for me it's not always about how hard the trick is, but also if it looks beautiful, you know, because at the end you're doing art. I mean, some kind of art, and you're painting a draw. I don't know how you say. You're painting.
Yeah, you can say like, yeah, painting a mosaic, painting a painting.
Yeah, painting a painting.
Yeah, for
And then
sure.
you want to make it
Painting a picture.
beautiful, you know,
Mhm.
not just like hard but beautiful.
So have you seen parallels between the mental space of like surfing as well as like the mental space of highline freestyle, like that flow, that zone that you end up getting into? Or do those feel
Yeah,
kind of similar?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's the same kind of active meditation, no? You go into the zone and now you know what to do and how to do it. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah. So I haven't spent too much time surfing. I haven't gotten it to where I've actually been in the flow. I feel like for me, surfing, the biggest crux has been all the swimming that you have to do. Like I haven't
Yeah.
had the swimming conditioning, but I'm curious as far as the elements go, do you feel like there's a difference in the energy that you feel from like surfing in the ocean as opposed to the energy that you feel being up in the air, highline freestyling?
Oof, man, the ocean is the ocean, you know, like it's so much power in there. Like in the line, you always have the same power, and you can tension more your line, and you can have like super powerful leash falls, but till a certain level, you know, it's never gonna go over that. So you're not gonna have like unexpected thing, you know, like after 5 falls, you know what's going on. But in surfing, it's the ocean, and the ocean can grow in a minute and suddenly be huge, and you will be like, I think you have to be mentally way stronger in surfing because you don't know what's going on, and you have to play another mental game. And so yeah, you have a feeling in the line, but it's not the same as the feeling that you have when you are in the water and suddenly a big set comes and your heart goes to your ass, you know, and you're like,
Yeah, for sure.
oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. You're paddling as hard as you can, fucking all the shit. The wave breaks on top of your head, you throw the board, the board breaks in half, and now you have to go swimming to the beach, all cut. Yeah, surfing, man. There are some surfers that tell me, like, man, you are crazy. How can you do that? And I'm like, man, you risk your life in like half a meter deep water in a huge barrel, and you tell me I'm crazy. You know, like surfing is way, way, way more crazy and radical, in my opinion, than highline, because highline is like you have this and there's not gonna go more than this. Okay, you can try a double backflip and destroy your arm, yes, but that's your choice, you know. In surfing, maybe you don't choose it and you're fucked.
Yeah, it's like such a matter of perspective because there's people all the time that I share the highline with, and they're like, "You're absolutely nuts! Like that's crazy." And I'm like, "This feels really safe to me. Like you do a bunch of
Yeah,
downhill mountain biking. That's fucking insane.
that's it,
You're
man.
going like 50 miles per hour down a mountain. Who knows what could happen? You could fly over your handlebars and completely wreck yourself. And if I
Yeah,
fall, I'm just like in open space and it's so chill. Yeah.
yeah.
But most people don't understand that because they haven't tried it yet. They just see it from the outside and they're like, you're really high. That's insane.
And it's this mental fear, no, that many people experience when they highline, uh, like being high and like in a super tiny rope, like they would think. So is highlighting the fear is mental fear. Once you go over it and you realize nothing is going on, it's completely okay. But yeah, if you don't know, you think we are fucking crazy, doing crazy shit on crazy webbing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I still think we're fucking crazy, but not as crazy as everybody else thinks we are. Um, what does the line mean to you?
Well, man, I feel really nice sometimes on the line. I feel like shit sometimes on the line. I go up and down, and it's just a different place every time I go, you know. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's just not connected to me, and it's so cool because I know every time it's gonna be a different adventure or something like this, let's say. So I really see the line as a nice place to go every day. It's like if my life suddenly turned into following this thing, going highlining every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. So for me, it's like something so deep in my routine right now that I know I just live for it, you know. I just go, like, I work here and I live here so I can highline. And I train outside of the line so I can highline better and I can not have injuries. I think when I'm outside about the line, about what combo I'm gonna do. I get new cameras so I can film better. You know, like all
Yeah,
my
for sure.
life,
For
it
sure.
goes around the line. So what's the line for me? The line is my life because it's right now is what I'm doing all the time or what I'm thinking. What my life is turning around this thing. Like maybe I wouldn't be here if I wouldn't highline. Maybe I would be in Indonesia taking barrels, but I want to highline. I know here I can have a proper perma rig and a nice job, a flat. This feels good.
Why do you feel so compelled to have the line revolve so much around your life right now?
What does it mean, compel?
So driven.
Okay. So again, the question, please.
Why do you feel so driven to pursue the high line to the degree that you're pursuing it right now?
I think just because I can, you know,
Mhm.
it's just because it's the greatest thing I can do. I don't think I can do like I could do some other things. Like I could play guitar, for example, let's say, and get better on playing guitar and more and more and more. But I know I would never reach anything super special, you know. And I feel like in highlighting, if I keep on putting time and putting effort and putting time and putting effort, maybe one day I can reach something there, you know. And it's just okay in this sport. If I keep on going, I can be better and I can do things and I can feel like my life kind of have some sense, you know. And some people live for working, some people live for having fun and going Paris, and I live for feeling nice every day, and I feel nice when I go to the line, so I know it is my path. And like man, I've been doing so many things all my life, you know, like capoeira, skateboard, basketball, football, tennis, rugby, calisthenics. I train in the gym. I play guitar. I play piano. Play drums. Like many things, and in none of them I've been good. Like I can manage, I can do this a little, you know, a little, but you don't feel you are talented. And on the line is a different story. It's the only place where I feel like, okay, man, here, like the line is like if it would belong as a part of my body, and then it's like, yes, man, here I feel like I can do stuff, I can think, and then apply it, and it becomes reality. And that's something I don't feel with surfing, for example, which is something that I fucking love, and I've dedicated a lot of time to it, but it's not the same, you know. I'm not good surfing. I'm okay, yeah, I can take some nice waves, maybe do some barrels if I'm lucky, some nice turns, but it's never gonna be like what I do on the line. And yeah, that's why I do it, I think.
Yeah, I totally understand. You know, the question itself is like such an ineffable question because everything that you experience on that, like, how do you put words fully around what comes up for you on the line and like the creative space that comes through and just like having the opportunity to create something that's never been done before?
Yeah. It's like if we were master of a craft, you know. There's this guy called Ido Portal. He's a
Yeah, I
really
love
nice
him.
guy.
I love
Yeah,
him, dude.
He always say, we are mastering the craft. We are mastering. He has this nice accent. And he's right, you know. He's like, why do you do it? Because I can. Because I know if I can keep on mastering it, I can go better. Why do you want to go better? Well, why not? What I'm gonna do? Sit in the couch and smoke joints and watch Harry Potter in HD. You know, like fuck it, man. I'm gonna go out and challenge myself with a fucking 30-day combo and try to do it.
Yeah, I mean, like even the 30-day combo for a lot of people doesn't really make sense, but for you, it's this opportunity, like this rite of passage for you to grow even further into the craft. So since we're talking about it, what was the inspiration around doing 30 days worth of combos and sharing those?
Well, Samuel Bollery, he did it some time ago. And I remember I saw it and I thought like, fuck, that's something I would like to do, but it's far from me. And the other day, I don't know, I was super motivated doing combos. I did like 4 combos in one session. The one with the front almighty, Darth Vader, back almighty, and some other stuff. And I thought like, why? If I did 1 combo a day now for 30 days, I'm gonna be super ready this summer. Like, I'm gonna be right on point. And yeah, I thought it would be a nice training, a nice training and like a way to make myself go for it, you know. And maybe it's a bit too much, being honest, because right now I'm feeling like it's a lot of work. But I'm just gonna cruise. I know I can land some easy combos if I want to. I want to land some hard ones, and if I can't, I'll just land some easy ones for that day, and then the next day try harder. For now, it's been good. I want to do something different every day. I didn't think it would motivate me so much, but I'm super motivated, man. Like, I haven't been this motivated in a while, and this challenge have made me like go back into the thinking every day something different. Don't do the same. Try to apply many way. You know, if you do a combo, always look into the same place. It's not so harmonic, not so nice. It's for me, it's better when I see a combo that goes here, then goes here, then goes down, then goes in another position, then goes here. You know, like variety. No, I don't want to see Rocket Mount, Yoda roll, back Yoda roll, Supersonic, Darth Vader, Yoda roll, Almighty, back Almighty. Okay, that's a lot of hard tricks, but it's not telling me anything, you know. So this is a way of training, and I thought it was a good time to do it. I felt the courage that day, and now I put myself into the situation.
Yeah, dude, I think it's perfect. Especially if you can give yourself like a few opportunities to get some really solid rest. Like, I don't know if you have a sauna or like an ice bath that you can tap into out in the Canary Islands, but I think that'll help.
Yeah, I need to rest. That's for sure. One day at least, not do anything because otherwise I'm gonna break and I don't want to.
No, dude, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
how did you get connected with Ian?
So, well, a bit more like we met on Instagram, let's say. Like he posted stuff. He wasn't so famous yet. And yeah, I knew straight away he was good freestyler. I was freestyling too, so I wanted to meet him. I thought like he's the best freestyler I can reach close to me, you know, because yeah, he was the closest best freestyler I could meet.
Yeah,
So
he was
then
in
I went
Mallorca,
into,
right?
yeah, he lives in Mallorca. So then wait 1 second, I'm gonna take some water.
Yo, I'm actually gonna go to the bathroom real quick if that's cool.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. Go for it. Then I'm gonna get a bit more here.
back after a quick pause.
Yepa. Okay, so we were talking about Ian.
Yep.
How I met him. So yeah, I knew he was super good. Like he didn't put yet his good movies, I think, when we met.
So he hadn't released Paradigm Shift, right?
I think I'm not sure if he he released it after we met. I think I'm not completely sure, but I think so. Then yeah, I got the opportunity of going in a sailboat with a friend to Ibiza from Sevilla, and so I went. It was amazing. We were sailing and rigging the line in many different places. Super cool, man. Super nice. And then my friend decided to sail to Mallorca. He was the captain. I was like, okay, let's do it. And then suddenly I was in Mallorca after some days. A lot of rain and wind. And then I contact him like, hey man, I'm on the island. Are you highlining? He said, yeah, man, come over. And then I hitchhiked and got there. And they were in a place I don't remember, in the coast in Mallorca. And then we had our first session. He went first. No, I went first. I think I went first, and then he went. And that day we both landed for the first time front to back Yoda. That was the first time. And yeah, man, straight away I knew like, okay, this is the guy, you know? Like if you want to get better, you always have to get surrounded by the best. And I knew straight away Ian was one of the best. Yeah, I wasn't wrong. That's how we met.
And then what was the experience like coming together to collaborate and create while you were sleeping?
Well, that was so I met him that time, and then I went back to Canary Island and stuff. And then I won the Pandemic Open, and he told me, come to, well, we were gonna go to a festival, then got canceled by COVID, and at the end we end up in Mallorca, and we said, okay, we're gonna film a movie. That was the first time actually that I spent some time with Ian, because at the beginning it was just like I met him for one session and then goodbye. We had another session, and that was it. 2 sessions. That was all I knew personally with him, about living with him and stuff. And he's such a character, you know. He's like, maybe he doesn't look like in the videos, but then when you meet him, he's like super funny, doing things, active. You know, he's a nice
Yeah.
person to be around, but you don't know that by Instagram.
Yeah, I met him in Moab like 3 years ago for a GGBY, but that was before he even started freestyling.
But I guess he was still the same, no? Like super active.
Yeah, for sure.
Talkative, like funny, always trying.
He's a clown.
Yeah, he's a clown. That's it. That would be a good description. He loves to fucking scare people. And like if you're going back from the spot and suddenly you don't see him, you know he's gonna try to you know.
Yeah, dude, he's just a big kid, honestly.
I hate it. And that's so much. Always when you're tired, he goes like, oh. Okay, so sorry. Then we end up in Mallorca, Deb and me, for 2 weeks. We spend that time together in Calabota, highlining pretty much every day, I think. And we end up doing the movie. The movie we didn't plan or anything. It just came up, or like it made sense, you know. Like we were all training super hard. We start filming, and then it's like, okay, man, we need to do something about it. And then we did the interviews, and then started getting some shape, you know. So it was pretty nice that we didn't plan anything, but it just came out.
Yeah, the only plan, it sounds like, was to come together and train and get better.
Yeah.
And then it ended up turning into a film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's, as far as the movie goes, one of my favorite sections is towards the end, when you two are like clearly pushing each other to create new tricks, new styles, and like one person goes, does something, the other person like offers what they can see from the outside, and
Yeah,
then
like that
tries their
was
own
the
thing.
that I think it changed a lot after this because it was the first time I went together with someone and said like, okay, man, we're gonna do this. We're gonna think outside of the box. Think like we went to the session like, okay, let's see who can do the weirdest variation of a Korean roll, and then start bam, 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 bam. Okay, all of this shit. Who can do the best variation of a sofa roll? And suddenly something cool came out, and we start going through it. It was such a nice experience, man. Like we had so much time. We were super motivated, and I think it was kind of the first time for both of us that we get to do this with someone else. I'm not sure about Ian, but for me it was. Yeah, man, it was amazing. I felt super connected with him. Then we were doing synchro sessions and like landing the tricks at the same time. It was epic days for sure.
Yeah, man. It seemed like it. And I feel like that section of the film really highlighted how much you can progress by having a parallel line with someone.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it
It
looks
makes completely the difference, man.
so. I'm also curious. Um, what was the inspiration around the Guitar Hero trick?
So the first time, this is a trick everyone knows me for, you know, like they say, "Who are you?" Ah, you're the man of the guitar and the flip.
Yeah, for sure,
Oh,
for sure.
Guitar Hero. Oh, you know, in Italy it was always like this. They're like, oh, the guy of the guitar. It was super funny. Yeah, man. So the first time I did an Almighty, I was trying Almighty. I didn't did it yet. I went with the guitar on the line, and it was the first time I was with the guitar on the line playing. I always wanted to do it, and I did it in the park, but never did it. And we were a bit high and having fun in Portugal, in Cabril. And my friend said, "Man, if I go and bring you the guitar, you play?" And I said, "Okay, if you bring it, I play." He went running, grabbed my guitar, and gave it to me. And then I started dancing, bouncing, did a back bounce the first time. And then someone shouts, "Almighty!" And I go like, "No, man, come on, I cannot even land this trick. Normal, you want me to do it with a fucking guitar? You're crazy or what?" And my friends, "Almighty, Almighty." So I tried,
Of course.
shitty. And then the idea set in my mind, you know, like, okay, one day I will do Almighty with the guitar. Seeing it like it will be in 20 years, you know? And yeah, man, like I was in Mallorca with Ian. We started talking about it. I got cocky, like, yeah, I can do it, you know, and said like, okay, now I have to try. And then I saw, but I wasn't really motivated. And then I saw Dan, you know, Dan. He plays accordion.
Okay.
He's a really good highliner from I think he's from England but lives in France. The boyfriend was Louis Lenov.
Okay, I think I may have seen just like some of his stuff on Instagram or maybe
Yeah,
Facebook,
he's
but not too
super
much.
nice guy.
Okay.
I don't really know him, but he seems to me super nice. And he posted a video trying Almighty with an accordion, and I thought, no way, no way, no way. You know, just like I want to be the first, and I know I can do it, so I'm gonna go for it. And then I found the motivation to try hard, and then I split my here,
Yeah,
like,
your chin.
yeah, my shin, and stopped trying for 1 week. And then when I came back to Canary Island, I felt it, go for it, and I landed like 5 in one session. And I've landed maybe one more time after, but never more. Maybe one day.
Dude, it's a crazy trick. It blew my mind when I first saw it. I was like, yes, let's go. And the name for it, it's just like it's so perfect.
The name was one of my friends. I sent it to him the video, and he said, "You're a guitar hero, man." And then it was like, okay, that's the perfect name.
That's the perfect name.
That is super scary trick, man. Super scary. Like even though I can do Almighty pretty easy, every time I try again, it's like, oof, you know, there's so many things can go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, like I've even landed one Almighty, so I can't imagine doing that with a guitar in my hand. Like that's bonkers. Um, I'm curious, what does Sakalomo mean?
Oh, so I'm David Palomo. That's my name and my surname. So Palomo. When I was in a school, maybe like 5 year old or something like this, or six, I don't know. I was playing to a video game with my friend in the computer, you know, this whole thing, and we had to put a username. And my friend goes like, "Okay, what should we put?" I mean, I try Palomo and it's already taken. Okay, Palomo is not able. So what should we put? And my friend goes like, "Man, I think you're perfect, Sakalomo." And I said like, "Oh, Sakalomo!" Like, boom,
Yeah, for sure.
that's my name. You know, like I love it. And since then, I've been using it for everything, like my Gmail account, Instagram account, everything, just Sakalomo because it's never taken, and it's I don't know why it's super original. So there's never accounts with Sakalomo, and I always use it. And then people started calling me Sakalomo, and I was like, okay with it because I have it for so long that it feels part of me, you know?
Yeah, it's legit. What
Yeah, I
about
like it.
Macaco, right? Because is that a name of one of the tricks that you developed?
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be I think it's my best trick. Not my, yeah, probably it's my best trick. Like I
Bet.
can do harder stuff, but it's the most, it feels super nice, you know, like personal. And I think to fit, no one landed already yet. So for now, I feel like I'm alone there and it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And macaco is super nice trick. Have you tried?
I've tried, but I've noticed that I keep both of my hands on the line. I need to let go of one of my hands.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I end up doing like this variation of a 180,
Hmm.
but I don't have my back facing the line and open up. Um, I also haven't really been freestyling much this winter, so once I get back to it, probably when I'm in Texas again, I'm gonna spend a lot of time doing it because it's one of what seems like the most accessible and also like prettiest tricks that I've seen.
Yeah, this is what
Um,
I love of fucking macaco, man. It's not hard, you know, and it's so nice. Like if you learn how to do it, the technique, you can do it 90% of the time straight away. But it's so beautiful, you know, and it's not easy to understand it. Once you understand it, boom, it's done. It's not difficult. But I've seen many people trying and they struggle, and it's all about you know, you have to get from A in never mind to B in belly. That's like you start in never mind, kick, go and put your feet over and end up in belly. So if you do the movement trying to get really fast from A to B, it looks awful because you don't want to spend a lot of time away from your comfort zone that is A and B. But then if you try to take as long as you can possibly fit between A and B, the trick looks amazing because it's extended and you can see the arm extended, the legs crossed, and arriving. So it's a trick that can be, you can see it and say, it's not nice. Or it can be done in such a nice way that it looks amazing, I think, for me.
yeah, dude, and I feel the same way. It's a really pretty trick, and you know, I don't know if everybody else is gonna feel the same, but I felt like when I saw it, it was its own paradigm shift for me because before you came up with that trick, everybody was doing neverminds, and it was like dropping down and always rotating the same way. Whereas like when you came up with macaco, it's like, oh, we can like push the leg through our other leg and do this whole other variation of movement around the line as opposed to just like really explosively getting yourself back up on the line like you do with the nevermind. So yeah, it was definitely another paradigm shift for me. and I'm stoked to get it down when
Yeah,
that
man.
happens.
Nice to hear. I
Yeah.
think some people they are not so famous. For example, Enzo. You know Enzo?
Is he the
He's in bounce school. Ninja,
ninja?
ninja.
Bro,
Yeah,
he's so good.
he's so good.
He's so
And
good.
he's so good. Like his freestyle is like his personality, you know, and that's super cool because you meet him in real life, and he's just exactly the same as his freestyle. And I love that from a person. It's super nice. Like you understand the freestyle because of the personality, and the personality because of the freestyle. So it's super nice. So this guy, I think he's been doing Neverminds in many different ways for so long, but he just maybe didn't care about filming it or sharing it or didn't put too much effort into it. So he's been in the business for so long, and I think many people should check him out, because it's not that I thought about something completely new. It's like this guy's been doing it for a while, but I took my own thing and put it into it, and at the end something new happens. But many tricks it happened that I thought I was the first one to do it, and then he told me like, no, I did it before.
For sure.
Okay. Indeed, there is a Nevermind that I call Enzo Nevermind. That is the Nevermind 180, because I saw him first doing it.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what's in the water where you guys are from, but it's some really good stuff. And at some point, I'm gonna have to fly over and get some of that
Man,
drink.
for
Yeah.
sure. You're welcome here in the Canary Islands anytime. We put a
Received,
couch
man.
here. You can sleep with me, and we go to the lines, man.
Yeah, and we can do this podcast again in person.
Come back.
100%.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So I'm curious about Bounce Cult and like your involvement within it. And then I'm really curious as to like the Dedalotrip. Is that how you pronounce it?
Dedalotrip.
Dedalotrip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious as to exactly what that is and what you're creating within Dedalotrip.
Okay. So I'll start by bounce schools. What do you want to know of bounce school?
Just how Bounce Cult came together. It seems like it was mainly Ian that put it together, but it's also like this very community oriented, team oriented sort of idea. So it's not just Ian. I'm sure you had some contributing factors and thoughts that went into that. So I'm just curious as to like what that's looked like, and then yeah, diving into the Dedalotrip.
So when we finished filming while you were sleeping, Ian was with this idea of making a collective, a freestyle collective, and we were thinking about names, and he proposed some, and then one of them was Bounce Cult, and I told him like, man, but you have to put it with a K because it's way cooler. And I think that's my biggest contribution to Bounce Cult. No, I mean, Ian did a lot of work with Bounce School. Like, I always supported the idea, but it's mainly him, you know, like, I support you, man, whatever you need, I help you. And at the beginning, I wanted to be more part of it, of where to lead it, but then I realized it's really like Ian's project, and he has a vision. And it came to a point that I just trust him. Like, whatever he's doing with it, I know it's gonna be fine. And he's now, for example, adding a lot of people, and that feels nice, you know. Like, I think it's a good idea. Yeah, man, it's just nice to be part of it. I feel like it's a really nice group of freestylers. We've got a WhatsApp group. In that group, there's always like super good videos going on of what we're trying, and it's like a huge source of motivation. And I think that's the best thing of Bounce School, that we push each other a lot. You can just feed off that motivation.
Yeah, 100%.
100%, man.
And then what about the Dedalotrip?
So the Dedalotrip is, I wanted to film this summer what we were doing, the trip with the band. I went from Canary Island to Poland with my band, doing many kilometers. And I wanted to film it and do some episodes about it, and that's how it got started. And then many things happen in the way, things don't go as planned, ups and downs, and end up being, I feel like, my platform to share what I have to the world. And I love it, it's like, it feels super nice to have the YouTube channel and put there the videos. I want to do soon some tutorials too. Macaco tutorial, indeed.
Yeah, dude, I was just about to request that be the first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I know.
So is
I've been
Dedalo?
trying, but it didn't look good, so I went to other things.
Yeah, you'll get it. Is Dedalo the name of your van?
No,
Okay.
no. Dedalo, it was the father of, in the Greek history. Okay, this is like myth. Dedalo was the father of Icarus, I think is in English. So is this a story of the guys that they built the labyrinth of the Minotaur?
Okay, cool.
Okay, and then the guys that ordered the labyrinth wanted to kill them, so no one knew how to escape. But then Dedalo, who was really intelligent, took some bird feathers and stick them with candle to his skin and to his son, that was Icarus, and they flew away. But Dedalo told Icarus, like, don't fly too close to the sun because the wax will melt and then you will fall and die. But then Icarus, when he started flying, he started feeling the flow, he started feeling better and better, and he got closer to the sun, feeling that he was unstoppable, and fall and die. And then Dedalotrip is, I don't know, I love that story about when you go too much over your head, you end up fucking it up. And Dedalotrip is like trying to show everything, not just good, the bad, the times, just how they are. I don't know, I just love it. My father told me the story and I thought, okay, this is it.
Yeah. I love it. And I love the emphasis on like also showing the difficult times, the what might not appear from the outside as positive times,
Yeah.
yet end up becoming positive times. So
Yeah, after all, they are good.
what are some of the difficulties or like your own internal shadows that you've been through that have ultimately become strengths or superpowers in your life?
Well, I think this summer it was started super nice, and then I had some problems with my girl, and it went a bit crazy living in a small van for so long. It's hard, and so I wasn't really focused on the mind. And then we went to the THT competition, and it was the first competition after the pandemic opened, so I really wanted to win. Basti won, and man, for me, it felt like a knife to the heart. It really, it was devastating. I know it's just a fucking stupid competition where you win 100-meter pin tube and that's it, but it meant so much to me to feel that the other person was more ready than me, that trained harder, and that's why he's winning. And like, man, you could have trained more and you've been just like being lazy, and yeah, it was super hard and it felt like shit at the moment. But then I realized that competition is the one that have teach me the most. For the next ones I've been, I have the same result. In all the summer I was second in all the competitions, but it was so different to be second in the first one where I felt like I didn't give enough and I didn't show all my potential, than being second on the second one where I felt like I did a good performance and I live what I wanted to live and I kept my shit together all through the competition, you know, like don't break. And it felt so good, man. So yeah, it's just losing, you know. No one likes to lose, but you have to learn when you lose, like thinking that you're always gonna win and you're always gonna land the tricks and you're always gonna be 100% is just an illusion. It's not never like this. So you have to fight with whatever you face. This summer was, yeah, right now I feel stronger mentally and physically. And this summer I was recuperating from my shoulder. It was still hurting. I was the problems in the head, running from one side to the other, driving a lot of hours. Yeah, it seemed super nice and it was nice, but at the same time, it made my head being not so focused, a lot of time being tired and just mentally not ready for competition, for example.
Yeah, it seems like it can be a lot with all the travel, but like that one lesson of knowing after the first competition that you had that it doesn't matter if you lose as long as you know you gave your best in that moment, like that's the most important thing. I think that's a really valuable lesson. Where do you see your role in the sport of slacklining and freestyle highlining?
Well, I always joke with Debs that in the future I want to be the Spanish seleccionador, is in Spanish. I don't know how you say that. Chooser of the Spanish highline freestyle team. You know, so I would be like this other guy with my little belly going to cities, watching people highline freestyle and choosing them for and training them for the Olympics.
Let's go.
So
Let's fucking go, bro.
yeah, man,
Yes.
I would love freestyling being in the Olympics. I think it has a lot of potential. I know many people think like, no, slackline is just a lifestyle. Don't make it this, and it's like, man, it
Nah.
doesn't matter what we do with slackline. You can do whatever you want with it, you know. So don't blame me to go this way because you can always go to a fucking isolated place and have your thing and enjoy. And maybe I do it too, you know. But I also want to compete and make the sport great and see where it goes. And I found a lot of pleasure in teaching people. It's something I've been doing with surfing, and now with highline, I realize how a good trainer should be. You don't have to say too many tips to your student, you know, for example. That's a typical mistake. Like, okay, I am super good highlining and I know many things, so I'm gonna give them all to you right now. And then the person has too much information and collapse. And instead, I think a good teacher should be that one that I think this is from a book. That one that knows exactly what his student needs to progress. Just one thing, the one thing they need to progress. So I love that, you know, seeing someone freestyling and trying to guess what's the one thing they need to change. So in order to land the trick, for example, and also it works for yourself. Like you think about, okay, for example, today I was doing a lot of nirvanas with a combo. So I've landed maybe 15 nirvanas and then failing the next trick. I was like, fuck. But by doing so many, I realized when I finish the trick, if I extend a bit the arms, everything is easier. So I started doing it at the end, and it was like, okay, that was the only thing you have to think when you do the nirvana. Extend the arms at the end. Plop, land, pop, land, pop, land. After that, you know, so it's finding that little thing. And I see myself in the future helping people if I can, keep on freestyling top level as long as I can last, and then give my knowledge to other people so they can do the same, or I hope much better than me.
Yeah, I mean that's the idea, right? Like get as high and as far as you can, standing on the shoulders of those that have come before you, knowing that those that come after you will stand on your shoulders and take it to the next level, because there's going to be fucking kids, dude, that are born into this sport, and with the neuroplasticity and kids pretty much being sponges, are going to pick it up so much quicker. And then as their bodies develop and they become adults, like it's just going to be a completely different style of flow that
it's
we're
gonna
not
be a
able to do.
different story.
Yeah.
But like once gymnastic, good gymnastic get the hand on a high line, and we are fucked. I just tell you this because they will be doing planches. Like imagine Eisenbader to planche. And imagine, man, if you're strong enough, you can do it. But I'm not that strong because I'm not a fucking gymnast. But these guys, man, they do crazy shit, you know, like next level shit. You see them spinning in the air, and it's like, what? They did 3 backflips with 2 rolls. And we do like a 360 almighty flip, and we are like, man. They do 3, 2, 2, 3, 6, 2, 540 double almighty. That's what they're doing easy on a bar. And we on a highline, we have still a lot of progress to do. We need to get much better, I think.
Yeah, it'll come. It'll come though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What dreams within the sport do you have that you haven't fulfilled yet, outside of the ones that we've talked about so far?
Dreams to fulfill. I think I want to walk 3 kilometers one day.
Let's go.
I know it's pretty greedy. I know. But fuck it. I think it's gonna be possible with the right webbing, and I hope I can do it in time to make a world record. I don't have any plans or anything, but it's really a dream that I know maybe by some good luck I managed to fulfill, and that would be amazing, man. I would love to do a world record of walking, just like being good at freestyle, but also walking a huge line and challenge myself with the man. When I walked the 1 kilometer, it was the biggest challenge I ever faced. For real, it was like, okay, I didn't expect this to be so hard, you know. It was like half polyester, half Dyneema, and it hummed a lot, and I couldn't rush. I had to walk slow, and it was like teaching me a lot. Like, no, you're not gonna walk it your way. You have to walk it my way or nothing. And then I took an hour and a half. So it felt like such a nice challenge. So I would love to walk 3 kilometers one day.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Give them to me.
Yeah, so I think the last question that I really have for you is, do you have a message for those listening that you would like to share?
Well, if those who are listening want to get better at freestyling, just like train smart, try to get a perma rig, and enjoy the process of falling. Like, it's impossible not to feel frustrated every now and then. And I tell you, I am a really easy to frustrate person, and I get annoyed with myself and all this shit. But you need to enjoy it and keep on going. And even though you don't see the progress, at some point, all the work pays off. So just work for it.
Yeah, it seems like that's what's required to get yourself to that next level, and
It's the only way.
your next level.
Mm-hmm. I hope.
You are.
Be at next level.
Mm-hmm.
No, I will be next level when I finish my 30-day challenge.
that's a next level. That's the next level.
If I can manage to do like 30 good combos, I think. But today I was already feeling the pressure on the line. It's already like, ooh, you need to land some shit. It's good also to go under pressure. It's good training, I think, for competition. It's like that. You need to land. Like, even though you're not seeing the trick good, fuck it. Go to feet, hold it, it's not looking cool. Anyways, keep on going, because sometimes you think it's not looking good and it's looking good on the video. So you just have to keep on going and land.
Yeah,
And
I mean, bro, the pressure is what makes diamonds.
Mhm.
So if you can find the right amount of pressure to help craft yourself into a better individual, better performer, that's what's up.
Yeah.
It's when you apply too much pressure to yourself and your system can't handle it that you end up crumbling. But I feel like what you're doing right now is like the perfect amount of pressure, especially when you choose to treat it as a marathon and not a sprint.
Mhm.
Like, dude, you got 30 days easy.
I think so. Let's say, yeah, man.
Mm.
I thought they were giving them for free, but you have to work. Back today, I was 2 hours on the line from the beginning to the end. Pam, 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 non-stop, non-stop. Deb was filming me and she was fucking annoyed with me. Like, man, come on, stop it. It's been so long.
I know, dude. So where just in closing up, where can people find you?
On Instagram, Sakalomo, and on YouTube, Dedalotrip. Dedalo. Dedalo trip.
Yeah.
And yeah, there. And in Canary Islands, if you come, hit me up. If you wanna freestyle, we've got always sunny days here, and it's such a nice place to be. Good community.
Respect. Yeah, dude, I'm sold. I don't know what this whole year has in store or entails, but I guarantee you we're going to be meeting and training at some point in time this year.
Nice, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too, bro. Me too. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thanks to you, man.
Yeah, glad we finally got to do this and to connect and to many more training sessions and conversations in the future.
Yeah, man. It was really nice meeting you and talking to you. Thank you again. And yeah, big hug.
Yeah,
I hope
bro.
you're good,
Much love.
man. Yeah. Just hit me up whenever you come, man, and you will be welcome as a king.
Received. Thank you. Thank you, bro.
No problem.
All right. Have a great rest of your day. Much love.
Have a good one.
And we'll talk soon.
Love, man. Ciao, ciao.
Peace.